Marangoni, let's say, was founded in 1935, so almost 90 years ago, in Milano, from a tailor. His name is Marangoni, so basically this was the surname of the founder. Marangoni was the surname of the founder. After that, since 2003, we started opening new campuses across the world. Now we have 12 in total. And this is a little bit where we stand from. So we start from the Italian heritage. You know, Italy has a long history of craftsmanship, quality, fashion, design, and this is where we start from. And this is shared across all the campuses. So no matter you go to Milano, London, Dubai, even, you will start by learning the Italian heritage. The locations we are in also are very important because we are in the major fashion capitals of the world, but not just that, because we are in the city center, basically in the design districts, in the fashion districts of the city, in every city we are in. For example, in Milano we are next to Via Monte Napoleone, next to the Duomo, which is the iconic, let's say, very big church, iconic monument and architecture of Milano. In London, we are on Fashion Street. In Paris, we are in the 16th arrondissement, which is next to Champs-Élysées, the design district, basically. So it's very important to share this with our students because it's important to be immersed in the creative context, in the creative environment. Our teachers are professionals of the industry, so we have an academic team that is a mix between academics and professionals of the industries, which basically are fashion designers, consultants, interior designers that work for our campuses and share the latest insights with our students. So the academic team basically works in the industry we teach, and they keep evolving with the industry, and they bring back this knowledge to our students. Let's start with the bachelors. Let me find. Well, here I also show you the campuses we have. Actually, there are 12 in total. Of course, we have mentioned the European one. We are gonna open Riyadh this year, and we also have one campus in the metaverse because Istituto Marangoni will start with the online classes, but it will not be online like on Zoom like we're doing now, but it will basically be an interactive experience where the students will be able to create their avatar and meet with the professors, with the teachers and the other students in our campus in the metaverse, and be able to study there. We have laboratories, for example, of photo shooting, interior design, product design, fashion design, directly in the metaverse. This is something that we will start very soon, probably from the academic offer of 2026. So we have different areas of study. We start from, of course, fashion. So we have fashion design, styling, and business. The business courses, I remind everyone, you don't need a portfolio to apply. So if you're not creative, you don't have a portfolio, no problem, because these are business courses related to specifically fashion and luxury. Styling is more related to creative direction. In fact, one of the possible outcomes of these courses is to become a fashion stylist, creative director, visual merchandiser, content creator, for example. And fashion design actually are design courses, so where you will be able to create your own collection. You either would be a collection of garments or accessories. This depends, of course, on where the student wants to specialize. For all these bachelor degrees, actually you need a portfolio for fashion design and styling of 6 creative ideas. At least 6, there is no maximum, but at least 6 creative ideas where for fashion design you would have to have designed a collection, a lineup collection, or styling, it's related to creativity in general. So anything that you have done creative is okay. Okay, so this is the main difference between, let's say, the fashion design styling and the business courses. Then we also have other specialization, which is the interior design, product design, and visual design. All these courses, of course, you need a portfolio to apply, always 6 creative ideas. Later on, I will share more details on the portfolio if you like me to, because I know there will be a part related to the portfolio later. We also have multimedia art curating and management. These are bachelors that happen only in our Florence campus. So Florence is dedicated to the fashion studies and art curating and management. And also we have fragrances. Istituto Marangoni is the first school in the world to have beauty-related bachelor degrees. Basically, the idea is not, of course, to like create the scents, create the cosmetics, but actually to become, let's say, a media manager, communication manager, or brand manager, product manager of beauty brand. Communication and marketing focus on the marketing side, brand and licensing management more on the strategy, on the general management of a beauty brand. And these are business courses, so of course you don't need a portfolio to apply to these courses. Actually, it's interesting because many of the luxury companies nowadays, they also have their own beauty line. If you think about Dior, Chanel, of course, but even newer, let's say, brands, they started to, let's say, have their own beauty line. This is because they have a lot of profits, and it's actually an industry that is going quite well, despite the luxury industry nowadays, we know, is facing a little bit of a downturn, but the beauty segment is still going strong. So this is how they have, let's say, they keep the profits. We also have some new courses in luxury hospitality. Actually, I wanted to share, let me find this is the school 12. Let me find the right, sorry. Okay, so talking about bachelor degree, these are these are the documentation, the entry requirements. So we need a signed personal statement, your high school diploma and the certificate of attendance, especially of the year 12. You will have to complete a skill test, which is a multiple choice question, so you will receive it online. For the creative courses, as I said before, fashion design and styling, interior product and visual design, you need a portfolio of six creative ideas. Business-related courses, you need 700-word piece of written work. So basically, it would be a research that you have done related to the fashion industry, but this is valid only for the Italian campuses. So if you apply to Paris and London and Dubai, you don't have to do the research. For the bachelor courses, we need at least an English level of B1, let's say, B1 for the Italian campuses and B2 for London and Paris. I also have to remind everyone we have foundation courses, so if you are not ready to go for a bachelor degree, you would like to apply, for example, for a creative course, but you don't have a portfolio, you can apply to the foundation first, which is a year that you take before going for the bachelor. And in this case, you will be able to work on the creation of a portfolio that will allow you to enter a bachelor in a creative industry, in a creative field. And yeah, basically we can stop here because these are the bachelor courses. Let me know if you have any questions, and later on maybe we can go for the postgraduate ones.
Thank you, Sylvia. Các bạn ơi, các bạn đã nghe xong cái phần chia sẻ của cô Sylvia về các cái chương trình đào tạo bậc cử nhân rồi. Thế thì có bạn nào muốn có các cái câu hỏi gì không? Các bạn có thể đặt câu hỏi luôn ạ. I have one question. I think many questions about portfolio to apply for product design and how
product design
can the university during and after learning. I'm sorry, I don't understand this question. Just, I think, yes, I think he or she would like to have more and more information about portfolio for product design.
Yeah, so the portfolio for the bachelor, right? So it has to be 6 creative ideas. In this case, it would have to be 6 products that the student designed by himself. Of course, it doesn't have to be something, let's say, super professional, because we are talking about the application for a bachelor degree. So we don't want actually the students to be very professional and already know how to specifically design a product, but just to show us their idea, their creativity, and what do they think about the product design, which kind of products they would like to invent, let's say, and design. So you don't have to have created it. So even though you have designed it and you haven't created it in real life, it's still fine. Don't worry. You just need the design part. We like to say that the portfolio has to be divided into 3 different sections. So the first section is related to the inspiration, why you decided to design a product that is specifically designed in that way, and what are the things that inspired you in designing this. The second phase of the portfolio has to be the development, so how you develop the design of this product, which kind of details did you add and why, how did you start from the sketches to the final design. And the third part is the final outcome, the final design of the product. So as long as you have at least 6 different products and you have clearly explained the development process of each of them and the inspiration, it's fine.
Yes. I have other
Let me know
question.
if I have replied your question.
Yes, I have other question.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you know how until now how many Vietnamese students in your university?
Usually
now.
we have dozens joining every year, so depends on the campus, but yes, usually they select the Paris campus, the London campus more than the Milano campus. If the students would like also to know where they go, probably if you go to Paris and London, you will find more Vietnamese students definitely than the ones you will find in Milano. And we have a few dozens of students coming from Vietnam every year. Yes, they are not many, but we have, yes, quite a good number.
Okay, and the other question: what are the selling point? What are the selling point of fashion business, a bachelor or master in Marangoni?
You mean what is the uniqueness, let's say, of Marangoni
Yes.
compared to school, I guess? Okay.
Yes.
One approach, the approach that is basically different from other universities is actually the connection with the industry that we have, because Marangoni is proud to collaborate with many luxury brands and have projects dedicated for our students. Specifically, actually, I have in the presentation a nice video if you want to see it. I have different projects that our students develop with main luxury brands of the industry. I think I can show you one which is very interesting. Is with Louis Vuitton. So the students from the fashion design and accessory course, they design a capsule collection of accessories, of bags specifically with Louis Vuitton, and Louis Vuitton hired at the end of the project 5 students from the class they work with. So another uniqueness is that our classes are only 20 people, so you will not be among 100 other students. It will be you, other 19 students in your class. So it's very easy to create a good connection and a good relationship with your teacher, because the teacher is able to follow you every step of the way, because of course the number of the students allows the teacher to focus on everyone in the same amount of time, and basically this helps the students to really be followed up by the teacher in a great way, and to create a great connection with him, which I repeat, the teachers are the first one that are in the industry. They are professionals of the industry, so they are the first one that are connected to the industry, suggest our students different internships options and job positions, for example. And this is also how basically you secure your spot, you secure your, let's say, job after you finish the course.